Welcome to ClassAct, everyone. I'm coming at you from the Strip in Las Vegas, right in front of the Mirage. I kind of feel like the voice in How I Met Your Mother, but that's kind of the way it's going to have to be tonight. We are busy doing street research for the Terry Fader Show. We've got 4 WT students out here today. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hi, my name is Gina Vigil.
That's Gina Vigil, because you can't hear her.
I can't talk that well.
I'm Tyler Sweeney, senior broadcasting major.
I'm Christy Russell, and I'm an MBA student.
And I'm Julia Greif, advertising public relations student.
All right, Tyler, tell us a little bit about the kind of research that we're doing out here today.
We're doing market research for Terry Fader. So we're using iPads, getting man-on-the-street interviews where we're asking them have they heard of Terry Fader, different questions like that, so we can get a feel for just your normal everyday person, how they react to the headline show at the Mirage.
So Julia, tell us a little bit about some of the challenges that you're having doing street research. I mean, grabbing people off the street and trying to get them to participate. What are you doing to get them to help us out?
Well, to get them to help us out, we're handing out water, but a lot of people are very skeptical because we're saying free water, and a lot of people act like they don't hear us, and we know that they hear us. So some of the challenges are just getting people to come over and talk to you, just make a little small talk maybe. That's what we're doing. And it seems to be working because we've gotten a pretty good research count so far. So.
Christy, tell us about how people are reacting to the use of the iPad out here on the street. I mean, clearly there's no free Wi-Fi just out here on Las Vegas Boulevard. How are they reacting to all this really cool technology out here?
We've actually had a couple people who stop and they ask about the iPad, and we're like, oh, we're actually doing research, we're just going to ask you questions, but some people are a little surprised that we are so forward with our technology, but it's really helped us out, so we're doing well with it, but yeah, it's going well.
Good. Now, Gina, we're also doing another survey indoors at the theater at night. Tell us a little bit about the nighttime survey and how it's different from the street side intercepts.
The Terry Fader Show, after the Terry Fader Show, we're doing post interviews, and we're asking the people. We have a little bit more of a lengthy survey on our iPads, and we're using Qualtrics technology. And the survey is a little longer, about 5 minutes long, so we have to have a better incentive. We've been handing out posters. Recently we changed from posters to small puppet, and we've received really good response to that. I have had a lot more interviews that way.
Okay. Now, Tyler, tell us about what people think about the inducements. I mean, what does it take to get people to do a survey? Is it a picture, a puppet, a glass of water, or what? I mean, what is it about that? Do people need to be induced to participate?
I think most people wouldn't really stand in line for a survey, but since we have, water, we're giving out puppets, we've been giving out the signatures, people are more likely to stand in line for something that they really value and cherish. So that's something that has really helped with getting people in our lines and getting lots and lots of results for our surveys.
So, Christy, do you have any ambitions to do any more marketing research in the future after your experiences here in October and August?
I've actually really enjoyed myself. It's kind of fun to meet new people, a lot of people who aren't from here. I would technically get to talk to a lot of people overseas and see what they're about, so it's a whole new opportunity for that, so it's gone really well.
Julia, tell us about some of the types of people you've met out here on the street.
A lot of interesting people. We actually have met probably someone from each nationality, a lot of people who don't speak English, and we've learned that like so many different people come here, and it's just kind of a good way to see like the melting pot, everyone coming back here. And we've definitely seen a lot of homeless people walk by, and just a big variety of people, old. Now in the fall there's a lot of older people, but in the summer it was a lot more younger and a hip crowd.
Okay, Tyler, I know that back in the summer we did both pencil and paper surveys as well as iPad surveys. This time it's been iPad only. What's your experience with both of these, and which do you think is better?
The pencil and paper survey definitely took a lot longer to do, but since we have the iPad and the survey refreshes on itself, it goes much smoother. And the advantage is that you can manipulate the size of the screen and edit the answers.
Cool.
Okay,
that was really awesome.
Yeah, and that was a man on the street there who was clearly not paying attention. Good grief. Okay, Christy, tell us about some ideas you would have for other students who are looking at getting into marketing research, especially doing these types of surveys? What kind of pointers, tips, suggestions you could give?
Definitely always be friendly. It's helpful if you smile, they'll come up to you if you're being approachable. You know, the normal, have good manners, things like that. I would definitely recommend having an incentive because that is how we got most of our people out here. And definitely some reliable technology because if we didn't have good Wi-Fi out here, anything like that, any glitches kind of tend to get people to go away. So just make sure that you've got a good platform. Really research your questions, make sure they make sense, make sure that you're asking all the right things, and definitely do some testing first to make sure it works, but just really give out your eczema line and go for it. It's kind of fun.
Okay, great. And Gina, what about just basic interpersonal skills, having the guts to go up to total strangers and ask them to do something for you?
It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting, but we just, like Chrissy was saying, we're just really personal. We're friendly. We're being a little, you have to be step out of your comfort zone and be a little more aggressive, and not in a bad way, but saying it won't take long. And we've learned a different verbatims to say 30-second survey. It won't take long. We really appreciate it. Things like that.
Great. Okay, Julia, tell us about the different audiences that we've been dealing with just kind of a semi-random man on the street versus a group of people who have paid money to be inside a theater.
I think it's definitely a big variety of people. On the street, you run into more of like a wider variety. You run into older people, younger people, and okay. And while we're in the theater, the people who have paid for the show, I think the people definitely are more willing to take the survey because they do like what they just saw, and people out here on the street don't really, they're kind of skeptical as to what we're doing and how, like, what questions we're asking and why we're giving out free water, so definitely a wide variety.
Okay. Well, very good. Guys, you have been so helpful. I love your uniforms. Look at that. Research team from WT. Woohoo! Thanks again, guys. We got to go indoors. So as for now, it is...
Back to you.